we have a front row seat to the latest from the president this afternoon. Wow. Holy cow.
So I'm sitting in the green room getting ready to come in and talk about other things. And I see this. I got to see it front row. It's
right. But
crazy.
It's not like you guys are particularly exposed, but for the governors in general, obviously a big issue. We've talked about how the U.S. economy, the parts of it that might be slowest, most vulnerable right now, are directly trade and tariff related. So what do you do? I mean, what's the advice?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, I think obviously the market's reacting pretty quickly. It's been dropping like a rock since this one tweet about the 10% tariffs. But this has been, in the discussion for a while now. I can tell you just last week, when I assumed control of the National Governors Association as chairman, we had 5 or 6 different countries, delegations that came and met with us to express concern about trade and tariffs. And they're kind of reaching out at a subnational level to say, all of your states are impacted. Your economies, it's going to affect jobs in your states, and we're concerned about Washington, and we want to start developing those relationships with the governors of the individual states.
Sure, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, especially you've got some Republican governors, you've also got some Democratic ones, people who might have very different policies than this president. I mean, do you generally support his approach here by using tariffs as a tool to try to change China's behavior, or at least hold them accountable?
Well, look, I think we need to get tough, fair deals with China, and I'm not an expert on trade policy, but I think we just got to be careful about. And I understand the logic of kind of setting the expectations before the negotiations take place. But look at the market reaction because of a tweet. And I think we got to be careful about how we message things.
Right. We were here to talk about, you guys have done some interesting stuff trying to help young people in your state pay off their, basically get money for their student loans to buy housing. But I was just looking at the 10-year interest rate and thinking, geez, maybe if this thing keeps plunging, it might help people with affordability, or no? Is there's still an overhang?
Well, so college affordability is one big issue, but student debt is a huge crisis in America. 1.6 trillion in debt. It just surpassed credit card debt. It's second only to mortgage debt. And we're trying, those younger people that are in our state have an average of about $26,000 in student debt, have a difficulty buying their first home. So we came up with a program called Smart Buy, where you're able to roll in that student debt into the purchase of a first home. Yeah. We have foreclosed homes that we're trying to do something with. So an example, you buy a $200,000 home that we're selling through the Maryland Mortgage Program that we're trying to get rid of and put it back on the market, get it occupied, give people an opportunity. Up to 15% of the value of the home can be used to pay off. So you can pay off $30,000 in student loans.
It's almost like you don't want it to be too successful. Then it'll cost you some money.
We sold out of everything, and we've now expanded the program. It was a pilot program, but it's been so successful, and it's working well.